How's it going, everybody? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in this 1973 Dodge Charger Rallye with a crate 408 and a 727 3-speed automatic transmission. Alright, so again we have a 73 Charger Rallye. This particular Charger originally was a 344 speed car. It does have the original fender tag on it, tells us what the car was originally. But now it has a Blueprint 408 stroker motor backed by a Hughes Performance 727 3-speed automatic transmission. It also has aftermarket Sniper EFI. It's got a CBF front runner setup with aftermarket vintage AC. And just a really cool car mechanically. I've actually owned this car twice. I actually owned it a number of years ago when it was a 344 speed car. Sold it to a customer and he spent over $40,000 doing all of the mechanical upgrades and then traded it back in on another vehicle. So this car mechanically is set up absolutely fantastic. It's over 500 horse, 500 and some foot-pounds of torque. It's definitely a handful to drive, but being that it's a big, heavy car, it's nothing that's too radical. Like right now, we're cruising at 60 miles an hour with no problems whatsoever, and it's an extremely comfortable car to drive. You have that fuel injection system, so no matter where you're at, it's let the key cycle, fuel pump primes it, and you let it. You basically hear the fuel pump start up, and you're ready to go. It'll fire right up right away in any temperature. If it's hot, it's cold. That Sniper setup is fantastic. And then again with the vintage heat and AC, that all works excellent. Those Blueprint motors are awesome. They're just fantastic. We have the paperwork for it. You have power steering, power disc brakes as well. So mechanically, I'm not sure there's anything that I would do different on this car. I would hop in this thing and drive it anywhere you want to go. It's extremely well set up and just a great driving car. On the interior, you have the factory style black interior. You have buckets, console. Obviously, it's got a slapstick style automatic shifter, which isn't correct for the car, but I think it looks really good. You do have an aftermarket tach. Then you have your factory gauges and all that stuff is working. The interior is very clean front to back. It's got nice Charger mats in it. The door panels look good. Back seat is nice. Headliner visors also look really good with no major issues. Couple little discoloration spots on some of the A-pillar plastic right there, but again, that's pretty nitpicky. It does have a dash cap on it. Needs to be glued down just a little bit better. My guess is the original dash pad probably has some little cracks in it. But that'd really be my only complaint with the interior. You have your vintage AC set up under the dash there, which produces a great volume of AC or even heat, whatever you want. Blower motor works well. The items I have listed as a no, I believe it was the washer sprayer fluids, and then your factory radio doesn't work, so you could upgrade that to a retro style radio if you wanted to. And we'll get on it here a little bit. We won't get too crazy just because we don't want to get too sideways in our test drive videos. It's just so smooth. Those Hughes Performance 727s are a great transmission. Extremely nice and smooth. Good positive shifts, downshifts through the gears well, goes in and out of reverse. Just a great transmission. You don't even really feel it shifting. And that motor is spot on. It works really well with this car. Again, I can't say enough about the performance of the driveline of this thing. It drives excellent. On the underneath, extremely solid floors, frame rails, trunk pan. Really the only rust that I found on this car, and it's minimum. On the lower rocker here on the driver's side, right below that little piece of trim, the very back part of the rocker, there's like a few little bubbles that started. And then if you open the driver's door all the way up and you look into the inside of the driver's fender, that flat piece of metal, not the fender itself, but the flat piece on the inside of the fender, it's got a little bit of rust right in there. You could honestly just cut it out and it wouldn't matter. It doesn't affect anything. Nothing's mounted there. There's just like a little flat piece of metal that's got a little bit of rust on it on the inside of the fender. You can't even see it from the bottom side of the car. You have to completely open the door and like look in there and you can see it. But other than that, extremely solid car. Paint is the original color on the car. It has been repainted. I don't know when that was done. Some miscellaneous imperfections, little nicks, little flaws. The door jamb paint very well could be original, and that's a little bit obviously faded and got some little nicks in the door jambs. But overall, the quality of the exterior does look good for something to hop in and drive and be proud to go to your local shows. But they definitely put all the money in the driveline in this car, which there's no problem with that. It's just a fun car to drive too with the driveline. I think I probably said that like 5 times now, but just an impressive car to drive. All your glass is nice. Windows roll up and down like they should. Back glass looks good. Windshield is also really clean. There's a small little nick right about there in your windshield, but it's not spidered. No real issues, just a small little road chip there. And then the side glasses all look good. The streaking on the windows is really minimal. Just minor little scuffs in the glass. Suspension is all stock style equipment. All performs excellent. Like, we're going down this bumpy road like it's a flat surface with no issues whatsoever. Suspension doesn't have any weird sounds. Steering is nice and tight. All the suspension components look good on the car. Nothing needs to be redone, and it performs excellent. Better cool it. Get in trouble in a 30 mile an hour doing 60. That's the last thing I need on a test drive video. My marketing department would have a heyday if I got pulled over. They'd be sending me blooper reels for days. All right, Mr. Jeep, we can go over the speed limit. Bunch of original paperwork on this car. Again, it's got the fender tag on it, VIN on the dash, all that stuff is good to go. It is a real Rallye Charger. Getting rained on. Oh no, that's probably just washer spray fluids. Large folder of original paperwork, original broadcast sheet, all kinds of receipts for the mechanical upgrades that were done on the car. It's a pretty good sized folder that will go with the car, which is cool. Nice aftermarket dual exhaust. It sounds really good. Nothing that's too terribly loud. Just a really fun car to drive. All the blueprint info for the motor is in there. The receipts for the transmission, that's all in there. Sniper setup's all in there for all the paperwork. So overall feel this is a fantastic Charger. Obviously this isn't the most popular body style of Charger, but if you're going to have one of these, this is a great one to have. It is a real Rallye Charger. You got all the original paperwork, the fender tag, and then again, someone has spent over $40,000 on all of the mechanical upgrades, and it's just a really nice car to drive and very comfortable. This is something, and I am not a Mopar guy, but this is something that I would personally own due to the fact that it's just got so much money spent on it. You can definitely get into the car a whole lot cheaper than even what the receipts are for, which is really cool. As always, appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else that you want to see, have comments, concerns, questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to see all of the updates on the new content we're putting out daily. Check us out at pcclassiccars.com, and we will see you guys on the next test drive video. Thanks again for watching.